Hey there, I'm in Seattle, Washington. Never been here. I've been on a plane all day. It is now about 5 o'clock home, right? So it's 2 p.m. here, and I've been up since about 1 a.m. local. So it's already been a long day, but I got a couple hours to kill before meeting some folks for dinner. Call me crazy, but I don't really feel like sitting down and doing work right now. So just doing a quick hit to explore the Northwest. And this is pretty cool. I'm at the Bridle Trails State Park. It was one of Backpacker's recommendations for a quick hit in the city, and it's in the city. Just a little oasis, but pretty cool already. Sounds of traffic aside. We'll see how this works. So as state parks go, this is kind of interesting because it's in the middle of a horse community, and it has lots of provisions for horseback riders. Not only on the trails themselves, but obviously there's a ring here. There's a bigger one down by the parking lot. It's pretty cool. So I should mention, time I've been back in my boots since the Appalachian Trail trip. My feet are completely healed back up, and I'm still wearing my old beat up boots. I haven't gotten new ones yet. So I'm doing the Coyote Loop. I might tack on the Raven Loop, 4.5 miles tops. So just a little jaunt through the woods. But loving these big old pines and firs and spruces. I don't know. They're not spruces. I think they're firs. But they're unfamiliar to me since this is just in my part of the world. But pretty cool. Anyway. So I gotta say, that's a new one. Owl attacks. Now there was a guy sitting there at that intersection in a golf cart kind of turning us around. They'd taped off Coyote Loop. I'm not going to be able to do Coyote Loop. Sort of the northwest corner is taped off because there's an owl that they don't know where the nest is. They don't know what he's protecting or she's protecting, but apparently she's attacked a bunch of people and somebody had to get stitches not too long ago. So I'm off on a little spur, and I'll be taking one of the little unmarked trails through the woods here and hooking back up to Coyote, sort of downstream of the owl section. I should also mention the weather out here today is stereotypical Seattle. It's about hovering right around 60, and it's sort of misty and dreary, and there's actually a fog starting to settle into the trees here. So hopefully it doesn't get into full-on rain, but it's kind of nice. We get this rainforest effect with all the moss on the trees and stuff. It's still pretty cool. Alright, I've learned something. These trees, this is a western red cedar. I'm going to get up close to the needles. I can see that it is a cedar. And then still trying to confirm this one, but you can see the bark is totally different. And I believe that this is a Douglas fir. It's so high up, I can't really get a close look at the needles on this one, but it is not a pine. So I think we got fir and cedar, and there's another cedar right there. It's absolutely gorgeous through here. The sun's sort of playing hide and seek. The mist will lift, the sun will peek out, but there's enough moisture that you sort of get the finger of sunlight coming down through the trees. I'm back on the Coyote Loop, back doing the clockwise perimeter. I have escaped the owl, wherever he is or she is, and just I can't get over these trees and the ferns and the moss, and it's just gorgeous out here. Again, the only drawback is the road noise. And that's really only in the southern part of the park here, over next to, I guess it's closer to 520. I guess that's the road. But, you know, the advertisement was this was a great quick hit to go and get outdoors after work for folks who live in Seattle. And on that front, it certainly delivers. This is a beautiful little park, easy walking, lots of little side trails to explore, dangerous owls, lots of little birds that I've been flushing out, woodpeckers and wrens and towhees and juncos and other little things, so that's been kind of cool too. Yeah, just beautiful, gorgeous little place. So with the exception of the owl diversion, which was this section here, I did the entire Coyote Loop, which is this red one. I wound up having to cut across here and then back to get around the owl, but I've done all of that. I'm now back here. I think I'm going to figure 8 style, go and do this little Raven Loop here, which will add another mile or so and get me back to the parking lot. So we'll go see what that looks like and then call it a day. Raven, Trillium, Coyote. I'm gonna go do Raven. So if you're coming out here, I would definitely recommend the Trillium and Coyote Loops. Raven, I mean, it's just as nice from a trees and ferns and nature point of view, but it really follows the very perimeter of this park. As you can see, I got a lot of traffic going by. I'm barely hidden from the road, and that's sort of been true for most of this loop. It's also been very I've seen a lot of people since I went on this loop. Not that that makes a whole lot of difference, but I think like a high school cross-country team from nearby is out here running this loop. Anyway, still pretty, but not nearly as, it doesn't have the illusion of remoteness near as well as the other side of the park. So still, great way to get a flavor of the Northwest here on my what is sure to be a work-filled journey for the rest of the time I'm here. So.